Greetings folks and welcome back to my 100 days series. In this video, you will watch as I survive all the way to 200 days. But I won't just survive, we've got a lot of things to do, so let's start on day 101. First thing I did day 101 was begin brewing weakness potions. I'm gonna need a lot of them. I also freed the sheep from the current shearer and put them with the rest. Then I made them breathe. Now I'm digging a hole. Remember how I wanted to make more money in these 200 days? Well, this thing is gonna help. On the top level will be some shepherds, while the bottom will have 10 sheep working for me. I recycled some items from the old sheep farm. And yes, it's past my bedtime, but I really want to finish this. A zombie got into my house and I accidentally hit Mel Gibson while killing it. I'm sorry, little guy. Don't know what I would do if he died. The beginning of day 102 was all sheep shoving, but now 10 sheep live here. A few sheep escaped and one died, but I still have 2 sheep if I ever need to breed more. After digging out the area some more, I made a hopper minecart collection system. It's way more resource efficient than what I was using before. I kidnapped some villagers from the main breeder day 103. It was fairly easy. Then I brought a zombie into the mix. Do I even have to explain what happens next? Infected into day 104. Now I'm trying to get efficiency so I can mine faster. I expected to get efficiency 4 or 3, not 5. I put it on my pickaxe and wanted to put it on my shovel but didn't have enough XP. But I finished curing the shepherds. Now every day I can get a stack and a half to 2 stacks and 16 emeralds. And the XP they gave me allowed me to easily enchant my shovel. I could have made profits into day 105, but I got sand instead. I need a lot of concrete for what I want to do next, which means I need a lot of sand and gravel. But I need to heal my shovel already, so I had to make profits soon after. But my villagers are pretty overpowered, so I was back to sand collecting not long after. And at the end of the day, I got almost an entire chest full of sand. Now I'm gathering the gravel of day 106. Took a little while to find a decent gravel beach, but I did. The only thing that stopped me was my shovel almost dying. Hey, get out the LTN monument! Now I'm killing skeletons, since you can get white dye from their bones. Went to do a little trading day 107, but the villager trades are absolutely horrific because I've been trading with them so much. But doesn't matter because now I have an auto concrete farm to AFK at. Didn't take nearly as long as I thought it would. Now it's time to put this to good use. What you are seeing right now is the beginning of a cruise ship. It's going to be quite a monster. It's probably 2/3 as long as the island. Here's the original design for the stern. Kind of ugly. Yeah, this is way better. I'm going to need an elytra soon. I'm already tired of going from my base to the cruise. That looks pretty good. This will be the stern of the ship. And the dirt represents the different floors. I probably could have kept building into the night, but I was getting tired of the rain. I laid out the bow day 110, but then I ran out of concrete. Sounds like the perfect excuse to go to the end again. I left for the end portal day 111. The journey was pretty boring, so I'm gonna just cut it out. And now I'm here. Over here is the portal to the outer end islands. I recommend I bring a trapdoor to crawl through, but I forgot, so I'll just do it the old-fashioned way. Another useful thing to have down here is ender pearls. You can use them to teleport over large areas of the void. Just be careful when throwing them. But after just a few hundred blocks, I found an end city. And this one even has an end ship. Whenever raiding an end city, my tip is to treat it like hardcore mode. If you die, you don't lose the world, but you lose all your most valuable equipment. The biggest reward in these cities, though, is on these ships. These things contain the elytra, allowing you to fly. It's also worth grabbing a dragon head at the front. So then I flew off with total victory. And look at that, another city. Do I really have to say anything? It's pretty simple at this point. I was just about to leave when I noticed I hadn't grabbed the dragon head. That was slightly embarrassing. I put everything in my ender chest and jumped off the end ship. Well, everything but my armor. I wasn't recording, but I upgraded my mending library, and now he sells Unbreaking 3. That is mental. Thanks to the armor from the M cities, I easily replaced my gear. I also finally made the snazzy wings. I can fly! Spent the first part of day 115 trading for XP, but I got enough to combine my 2 shovels. Now I'm gathering gravel. I wasn't recording, but I found a shipwreck with a map on the way to the treasure, so I took the opportunity to gather some sapling. The treasure is on this beach, but basically every mob in the game was on it. I just made a bed. Found the treasure day 116. It was pretty good. Then I tore up this entire beach and got a stack of sand. Then I found a bunch of gravel and filled the other shulker box. Getting home took less than a minute. And now I'm in the nether. I need bones, and wither skeletons drop them. Plus, I'll need their skulls for later. Before doing that, I slabbed the deep parts of the fortress. This should make it so that wither skeletons can't spawn in hard-to-reach areas and spawn in more easy areas. Got out day 118 with 2 stacks of white dye. Now I need to AFK for concrete. Fixed my pickaxe quickly and began AFK mining concrete. I currently have 16 stacks of white concrete. That should be enough for a single floor. Concrete placed in day 120. But today I laid down some blue and orange concrete as well. It should be worth knowing that every day like this starts with selling wool to the shepherds. This is my current emerald supply if you're wondering. But these days are all just about placing concrete. But I should probably start lining the place up. This creeper didn't even pay for a ticket. Okay, I need white dye, so I've turned to an old friend of ours, the Seed Viewer. Silts and Valleys have tons of bone blocks. I think I have enough white dye. If not, I'm gonna lose it. And now it's AFK time. A, B, C. It's as simple as mining concrete. A, B, C. Mining concrete. A little upset I spent day 1, 2, 3 AFK, but making emeralds made me feel better. Began building again day 1, 2, 4. I also began laying out where a few key features would be. Day 125 I set up 4 furnaces so I can get plenty of glass. I also got more blue concrete. I may make it seem like I'm hating this, but actually it was kind of relaxing. But now I need concrete again. This time I'm filling 2 shulker boxes of each material instead of 1. And I also color-coded the boxes. And I spent the entire day plowing sand. If you're wondering why I don't mine the sand on my original island, well, it's because everything I have and will build is there. I want it to look nice. After taking a short trip home to heal my shepherd day 128, I found a large patch of gravel. I proceeded to vaporize it. I created 3 new shulker boxes for concrete. Then I spent like half the day crafting it, but now I need more white dye. I picked the previous Soul Sand Valley clean of bones, so I went to find another. While doing so, I found another portal. The loot was awful. Eventually, I came home with 2.5 stacks of bone blocks. And now it's time to mine 4 shulker boxes of concrete. Theoretically, if it took 1 day to mine a single shulker box work, I'll be doing this till day 134. So at day 131, I had to take a minute to fix my pickaxe and unload the other 2 shulker boxes day 132. I'm so close to 2 stacks of emerald blocks. Since I haven't been sleeping, phantoms began spawning, so I killed them for their drops. I had to repair my pickaxe, and now I have over 2 stacks of emerald blocks. And finally I finished AFK at the concrete thing, and finally began working on the cruise. I finished the pointy part of the bow, which has been pretty annoying. Now productivity should go for the roof. I would have stayed up all night building, but I've been missing my bedtime way too many times lately. I've been making good progress on my cruise recently, but I think I need to figure out a way to get more fireworks. A good way to get some is the creeper farm. So the design I use needs a good few hoppers, and they need iron. From experience, bastions have a lot of iron though. I was tunneling to the nearest bastion, and I really should have been more careful. I wasn't recording, but I got my stuff that wasn't burned. Thank God my elytra lived. I had to use a ton of emeralds to get all the books I needed, but here, I got lucky and got a large vein of diamonds right as I broke the first few blocks of my mine. Now I have plenty of torches and a pickaxe identical to the old one, which means it's time to mine. Also, some people asked me to add music to this segment, which I don't want to, but fine. Okay, I'm done. While sailing home, I found a baby zombie with a nautilus shell and a trident. And when I killed it, I got both trident and the nautilus shell. Tridents are really hard to get, so this is amazing. Now I've got good gear again, and now I'm getting channeling for my tridents. But I got loyalty free before that, which is another useful trident enchantment. No footage day 141, but it was basically just spent trying to get channeling. Finally got channeling day 142. I tested the trident out on an innocent bystander, but I can't use the channeling till it starts thundering. So I just worked on the cruise. I need a good amount of glass for the cruise, so we got a few stacks of sand. I also greatly enjoyed murdering an entire ecosystem of squid for black dye. I may have to move my sheep farm closer to my cruise. It isn't rendered when I'm over here, but now I have 8 stacks of black glass. Now I'm working on the bridge area. Hopefully it doesn't look gross. I also made some time for concrete placing as well. I should probably figure out the back section before anything else. The final floor of the cruise is where this thing really starts to curve. I need a lot of birch to complete the exterior, so I made a really good axe. Then I flew to a nearby birch forest and began deforesting it. It was really fast with an efficiency 5 diamond axe. This is what 8 stacks of wood looks like. Then I flew home. Wasn't that far, but now I'm out of rockets. I got home and placed 2 rows of concrete on top before getting tired of how slow it was. I want Swift Sneak, but I need to raid an ancient city to get it. But I happen to know where one is. First I need an AFK for Wolvo. Now it's time to finish what I've started. Hello there, demons! It's me, ya boy! I was a lot more reckless this time around, and it wasn't long before I summoned a warden. And I summoned one again. I can hear it getting closer. And I can't fly away because of the darkness. Oh well, it's either I might die, or I will die. I should have left while I had the chance, though. Right here, I summoned a warden again. I'm done with that hellhole. And somehow, I lost my pants in there. Don't ask why. I just began raiding the second city, and I'm already sick of it. But now, it's thundering. Why is it so important that it's thundering? Well, if you hit a creeper with a channeling trident, it becomes charged. And if a charged creeper blows up a few specific monsters, they drop their heads. And I collected heads for as long as I possibly could. In the end, I got 2 creeper heads, 2 zombie heads, and a skeleton head. Production was through the roof day 151 thanks to the Swift Sneak I got. Also, a spoiler for later in this video, I am seriously considering moving my shepherds and sheep farm over here so they can still produce wool. Roof construction continued to day 162, but I should probably light things up better. Creepers aren't that safe to have on your roof. Yeah, right here baby zombie got very close to killing me. Luckily I'm surrounded by ocean. And now I'm in the nether. Never let them know your next move. But then I died and a wither skeleton picked up some of my gear. This is a true final boss in Minecraft. Also killed the blaze. Him distracting me was the reason I died. But I only had to kill one more wither skeleton and I got my hands on my first wither skull. This one fell, but he also dropped a skull. It took all day, but I finally got the third skull day 154. And day 155, I'm going to the mines. A good way to kill a wither is if you go deep underground to do so. It was pretty easy, and now I have a nether star. Using a nether star, I can make a beacon. I don't have a use for it just yet, though. Now I'm moving the sheep farm. Took me till day 157, but now I'm done the sheep farm. And now I'm going to the Badlands, 2,000 blocks away for terracotta. I should be here, but there's nothing. And I'm at Y-5. Just had to rejoin. Now I'm here, I realized I probably should have brought the beacon. Managed to get a shulker box full of day 158. I also tried to get sniper duel, but I suck. And now I'm heading home day 159 with 2 shulker boxes full of terracotta. Now it's time for smelting. Day 160 and 161 was spent smelting terracotta. Now it's time to start placing. It's quite tedious work since you have to figure out the right rotation. But just look how cool it looks. I can get 1 level of this atrium thing done per day. It's slightly annoying, but I can live with it. Working on the final level of the atrium day 64. I'm lucky to start with some blue concrete and orange glass. And I should probably light things up before another creeper comes again. At this point, I'm really close to being done, but now I must smelt. Took a while, and it may seem like I'm done, but I'm not. But I should probably do something interesting. Remember the exotic stew that almost had a mushroom? My god, that took too many takes to say. Well, now I'm getting a polar bear. Ooh, looks like there's more sea lanterns. I want some ice and snow for the enclosure, which is pretty easy to gather in whatever this biome is. Now it's time to get to the most important part, the polar bears. This is untold levels of hilarious to me. It's also pretty dangerous. Here I almost died. Just like what I did with the mushrooms, the polar bears will stay with Orange. That's probably the first time I said his name in this entire video. I'm sure they'll get along. I accidentally touched the dragon egg, and now it's outside. Meh, I'll deal with it later. I'm too lazy to move it. Now I am digging out the polar bear enclosure. It's way easier to dig up when you have efficiency 5 tools. Fun fact, while building this, I was washing diesel patches. I don't know why you need to know that, but you should. And now I'm getting quartz. Eventually, I came back home just in time for day 169. Remember this island next to this sunken ship with the bamboo? No? Well, now it's called 69 Land. And on it, I will erect the largest upside down T in all of Minecraft. I also lit the island up so no peasant monsters could ever spawn on the world's second greatest island. The only reason it's the second greatest is because the greatest island is my island. That is beautiful. It's even greater at night. Alright, I've had my fun. Time to finish this polar bear enclosure. And after a quick resupply, I'm almost finished. Just need some decor. The centerpiece of the prison will be a spruce tree, and hopefully the snow on top doesn't melt. I also had 2 snow forts here because I can. I think the polar bears will enjoy it. A huge problem I've had throughout this entire video is the lack of gunpowder. So, I'm finally making a creeper farm. The creepers got wind of the idea and attempted to fight back, but I'm stronger. You know, with hyper-cured stonemasons, all of this stone could be sold for 1 emerald each. Just another idea for the next video. I kinda underestimated how much stone I needed to mine. It doesn't help that my beacon isn't fully powered, meaning that I only get haste 1. I found a cave under a future farm. I need to light it up or else it will worsen the efficiency. And while doing so, I got deep slate coal. I also found some diamonds. While exploring, I found the old lush cave where I found Hershey on like day 3. I also found a mine shaft where I found the first diamonds after I died 3 times. This stage is full of history. Well, back to hard labor. But now, finally, I have a pit emptier than an African child's stomach. And unlike an African child's stomach, this pit will be filled with all kinds of stuff. Building a creeper farm is pretty simple. It just takes a good chunk of time. I've been at this for like 7 days now, if you haven't noticed. Make that 8 days. Now all I have to do is place trapdoors in every level. By doing so, I make the roof just low enough so that the only thing that can spawn in here is creepers. And maybe a few spiders. But I ran out of wood, so I had to take a quick stop at my local forest to deforest it. I should also tell you that throughout this entire building process, I've been getting constant protests from creepers. I don't know why so many creepers are suddenly spawning, but it just makes me want to enslave them even more. What the hell happened? I cured the surviving shepherd, but since I'm in normal, the other shepherd died. It's not like I produced more wool than 3 shepherds goodbye, anyways. I also fortified the shepherds, but I'm almost done the creeper farm now. I got the 4th level done today. Now all I have to do is make a collection system. So basically this hopper minecart goes around and grabs the gunpowder, then it gets sent to a dispenser which launches down to a bubble elevator. The elevator then sends the gunpowder to these chests. And now I'm AFK around 100 blocks above the farm, waiting for creepers to spawn. Didn't make anything. Apparently I have to be at least 100 blocks away from it. Waiting for my bamboo to grow just gave me an excuse to spend some time with Mel Gibson. Why do I follow this psychotic sheep man around? Well, at least he gives me free fish. Now I'm over 100 blocks above the creeper farm. If this still doesn't work, then I'm killing a baby villager. I went to check out my gunpowder stocks, and there was nothing. I just look at the amount of monsters that spawned. hold on. The reason I haven't gotten any gunpowder is that the minecart wasn't going around collecting gunpowder for this entire time. This is without doubt the tragedy of all time. I got 4 gunpowder. Only 4 gunpowder! I left to do a few things, and when it came back, the farm made some more. I think I have hope. Or it may just be in complete denial of the fact that it's wasted like 20 days. Fun fact, there is a woodland mansion only around 2,000 blocks away. These things are huge, like your mom. They also are packed with all sorts of goodies. But it's mainly populated by vindicators, which are pretty dangerous. But the real star of the show are the invokers. These things drop totems of undying. They spawn the Vex. They are dangerous and drop nothing and generally only exist to piss people off. But by day 188, I conquered the entire thing. Then after unloading all my stuff, I took a look at my land. You know, it looks kinda ugly. I think it could look better. Listen guys, I went to burn down the forest. And some monsters tried attacking me. I got pushed into fire. I wasn't recording all this, but I got pushed into fire. And I didn't have my totem of undying because it was blocking my vision a little. And I died, and pretty much every single thing I owned got burned. Something tree chopping. I'm done chopping trees, but I'm still too traumatized to continue. So, I'm in my diamonds to boost my morale. Holy shit, I have hidden the motherlode. I lost my silk touch pickaxe, so I have to just write the chords of this big vein for now. I finally re-emerged at the spruce on day 193. I spent the rest of the day unloading. Now I'm terraforming my island. It's a little ugly in some areas. Still terraform day 195. It's pretty slow, but now it's past my bedtime. I could continue terraforming, but it's the last 5 days and I want to get my gear back. The first step I took is easily making a full enchanting table. It's easy when you have a bunch of librarians. Next step is going to a deep dark. It's pretty easy when you have a seed finder. Then I mined all this skulk to get the XP from it. I also had to be careful I didn't summon any wardens. Now with all the XP from the deep dark, I can begin enchanting. I basically just gained XP and enchanted for the rest of the day. I even increased the efficiency of the process by mining quartz. And now I have some pretty powerful armor. I think it's even more powerful than my previous set. Day 200. It was not as hard as I thought. First thing I did was get a silk touch pickaxe. Then I went back to the huge deep slate coal vein I found a while back. It was easy since I marked it down. I got 12 deep slate coal ore. That is amazing. And if you don't know, deep slate coal is like the second rarest ore. I'm pretty sure deep slate emerald is the rarest. Took me a while to get out, but when I did, the sun was already setting. I was flying back to my island when I saw my cruise. It looks really nice, but I still have so much to do. So if you want to see that, then make sure to subscribe and like the video. Wait, you didn't like the video? Well then, why don't you take my computer mouse and shove it up your ass?